They're going to search for a trainer. Could be a Melanie for after they retreat. Oh, they... Nani? What? There are so many ways to play Lugia, and we've shown a deck profile like this before, but now you get to see it in action. Hey, Nick from Nightcard TCG, and today we're going to be looking at the deck that I've been playing non-stop since the set's release. Single Strike Urshifu Umbreon with Lugia. It is... I love it. I love it so much. I want to apologize in advance. I have a little bit, I guess, of like a cold and just some congestion and stuff. So, you know, if I sound weird or if there's weird cuts in the video, that's, you know, just me dealing with it. But anyway, Single Strike Urshifu, one of the things, and we'll talk about it more when we get into the deck profile and the strategy of the deck, but man, it just hits so hard. It's like a truck, this Pokemon. I love it. I love it. I love it. Before we get into the actual deck profile and the gameplay, if you haven't already, do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff tells YouTube this is a good channel and other people should watch it. We're just going to go right into it because I want to talk about it so much. So how does this monstrosity of a deck function? Well, we have three real attacking options: Urshifu, Umbreon, and Lugia. We're going to start with Umbreon because Umbreon is kind of important for the Mew matchup and any other Dark Weak Pokemon. 310 health. It has a grass weakness, not a fighting weakness. It's important to know there is not a lot of grass running around in the format. And Dark Signal is our ability, so when we play this Pokemon from our hand to evolve one of our Pokemon, we can switch one of our opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. So if there's something that we want to attack into on the bench of our opponent, we can evolve into Umbreon VMAX, pull it up, and then start attacking with whatever Pokemon is in our active. Now, we don't have to attack with Umbreon. We can use this ability from the bench, which is really great. Max Darkness is our attack for a Dark Energy and 2 colors. It does 160 if we're hitting something that's weak to Dark, like, I don't know, Mew VMAX. Now we're hitting for 320, and that's enough to take a one-shot. We can even go with a DTE and a Single Strike Energy, because Single Strike Energy increases our damage by 20 and Double Turbo Energy reduces our damage by 20. So they cancel out, and now we're still hitting for 320, even though we only used very little attachments to make the attack happen. So hitting for 320 on Psychic Weak Pokemon is really nice. We also have Single Strike Urshifu, which is my favorite Pokemon in the game, and also I love this card. Beat down for 3 colorless energies, does 100 damage. Again, if we get those Single Strike energies on there, we're now hitting for up to 180 damage, depending on how many we have. So we're hitting for 160, 180, which is really nice because that's enough to take out Luminions, it's enough to take out Crobats, you know, like those nice 2 prize like support Pokemon that your opponent might play. It's even enough to take out, honestly, something like a Inteleon, a Shaded Dealing Inteleon, or whatever Radiant Charizard, things like that, that, you know, are going to have a little bit more health. We don't have to expend all of our energies with Gmax 1 Blow to take a knockout. Speaking of Gmax 1 Blow, you need 3 fighting and a colorless, and you have to discard all energy attached to this Pokemon, but in exchange for that, you do 270 damage, and you ignore all and effects and abilities on your opponent's active Pokemon. So Goodra used Rolling Iron last turn, and it takes 80 less damage? No, it doesn't. Duraludon can't be hit by Pokemon with special energy attached. Yes, it can. It does not matter what we do because Single Strike Energy is going to increase our damage by 20 for each one we have, so we can realistically hit for as much damage as we need to. We can knock out any Pokemon in the game in a single hit thanks to Gmax 1 Blow. It is incredible. So the question becomes, how do we power up these Pokemon? Something like Single Strike Urshifu needing 4 energies is quite a lot, so how do we make that happen? Well, we have Archeops. Archeops has the Primal Turbo ability. It says once during your turn, search your deck for 2 special energies and attach them to one of your Pokemon. So if we have 2 Archeops in play, we can use the 2 Archeops to get 4 special energy, any 4 special energies we want, attached to one of our Pokemon in a single turn. Just so happens to be that we have 4 Single Strike energies, which is fantastic. We have Urns of Vitality, which let us get Single Strike energies from our discard back into the deck so we can reuse Primal Turbo and get those energies back. So as we discard them, it gets knocked out, whatever happens, they go to the discard for any reason. Urn of Vitality is going to put them back into the deck so we can re-accelerate them either to Urshifu or Umbreon. Now, if you notice, we don't have any Archean or fossils. Like, how are we getting this stage 2 Archeops into play if we don't have its evolution Pokemon? Well, the answer is Lugia VSTAR's V-Star Power Summoning Star, which lets us take 2 colorless Pokemon from our discard and put them onto our bench. They have to be non-rule box Pokemon, but that's perfect for Archeops. So, the plan is to get a Lugia V-Star into play, discard 2 Archeops, and then use Summoning Star to just put them right onto the bench, and now we're accelerating 4 energies per turn, plus the 1 we can attach from the hand. Absolutely incredible. We have a Crobat to help us draw some cards if we need to find, say, an Urn, we need to find that Evolution Incense, what have you. We have a Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo is kind of important because Tempest is going to remove the effects of all special energies, so that'll turn all of our single strike energies into colorless energies, and we really don't want that. So Pumpkaboo can be used to get rid of something like Tempest. It can be used to get rid of Path to the Peak. That would stop us from using, say, Summoning Star. So Pumpkaboo is kind of important, but we do have our own counter stadiums as well, including Tower of Darkness. Really nice single strike stadium. Discard a single strike card from your hand, and then you get to draw 2 cards. Really cool. We have 2 of those and 1 copy of Lost City because Radiant Pokemon like Charizard can be kind of annoying to deal with. So if we have a copy of Lost City, we could just play it, knock out a Charizard, and it's going to be kind of hard for our opponent to take really big knockouts and big prizes. We don't want to lose an Urshifu very quickly. We want it to kind of stick around for a few turns. The rest of the deck is just making sure that we can do all this. 3 Evolution Incense, 4 Quick Ball, 4 Ultra Ball. We got a couple of Switch. We have an Air Balloon. Urshifu has a retreat cost of 3, so once we use something like G-Max 1 Blow, we either have to get energy back onto it so we can attack again, or get it out of the active so that we can attack with something else. So that's why we have a couple of switches and an Air Balloon. As far as supporters go, we have 1 Boss, 2 Serenas, 4 Research, 2 Marnie. Pretty average supporter count at this point. Could we go 3 Serenas? Yeah, but sometimes you just want to take that single prize KO, like that Radiant Charizard when you have the opportunity to, especially when the Lost City is in play, which is why we have this 1 Boss's Orders. Serena only lets you gust up Pokemon V, so you can't use it to target, say, that Radiant Charizard that's menacing or looming on the bench. But it does have a second effect that we can choose between. We can discard up to 3 cards to draw 5, or draw until we have 5, I should say. So if we have like 1 or 2 cards in our hand, we can discard 1 or 2 of them, draw up until we have 5, which is really nice. Our energy count: 4 single strike energy, 2 double turbo energy, some V-Guard energy, Capture Energy, which is actually really nice for setting up Lugias if we don't find them early game, and then a couple of powerful colorless energies. Those can be used for something like Archeops to deal with Miltank. It could be used for Lugia V-Star to hit and knock out other Pokemon V. It's kind of useful. Could this be replaced with something like Impact Energy so that we can reliably attack with Urshifu and Umbreon more? Yeah, probably. Between the captures, the V-Guard, and the double turbo, we're able to set up a Lugia pretty reliably, but you never know how you're going to have to discard things, and I kind of like to have some options, but Impact Energy might not be a bad option for this deck. So that's the whole thing. Let's go ahead and see how it does. Don't really know. Wow, this is absolutely terrible. Oh man, this is not good. This is so bad. Now, we, interestingly enough, do have an Evolution Incense so that we can get, say, an Archeops and then quick ball it away to get a Lugia in play. And we have an Air Balloon to attach to Crobat, but man, we have just 1 Crobat. What are the odds we start it? Of course we start a Crobat. And I don't know what we're playing against. Starting 3 Mencinos? My guess is some type of V-Union deck? Ooh, we get an Ultra Ball. Okay, that's pretty good. So we're going to get an Evolution Incense. How many single strike energies do we have? That's always important to check. We got 4. Looks like we have all of our energies, actually. We did prize 1 Serena, but we have a boss, so that's okay. We got our urns. We did not price Pumpkaboo. Okay, okay. This isn't terrible. We can go ahead and quick ball the Archeops. We'll get a Lugia. We'll get the alt art. It looks nice, right? The alt art looks pretty nice. We'll go ahead, attach. We'll attach. Might as well play the tower. We'll go ahead and tower away the Umbreon. Ooh, okay. And I will read the wind. I'm going to discard the powerful colorless energy to draw 3. Ooh, see, this is okay. That was good. Now we can just discard this Archeops with an Ultra Ball to get ourselves a Lugia VSTAR attached to Capture Energy. That's one of the issues with running. Okay. We can still actually make this work. We quick Ultra Ball away the Archeops and a Urn, and then Ultra Ball. Ah, boy. Alright. Alright. We Ultra Ball the Urn. I don't like this at all. But at least it gets us going. Right? This is not what I want to be doing. But like I said, at the very least, we have a play. I almost clicked no. That would have been tragic. And then we Summoning Star, get the 2 Archeops. We have an answers for this Miltank now. So, we need a Primal Turbo. I'm going to be very careful about how many energies I accelerate. Because I have to make sure that I have energies for the Archeops. And we will Primal Turbo. I actually don't think I want to accelerate any other energies. That one's just going to fail. And we are just going to Tempest Dive. And now if they do put Path back into play, it doesn't really matter. These are the only 2 ability Pokemon I'm willing to use. You got to research. That's, oh my god, that's such a good prize. Now, I probably shouldn't have used the other V-Guard energy. I probably could have got something else like a Capture Energy. But if they send up Miltank, we can just very easily retreat into Archeops attack KO, which is why I'm not putting out too many energies, because if they boss something up and I use all my energies, then I'm in a lot of trouble. So here comes the Zoroark. What will it turn into, though? Hisuian Zoroark, it looks like. At the end of the next turn, the defending Pokemon will be knocked out. Well, that kind of stinks. So we have to not let that happen. Which basically means I'm going to have to attack with an Archeops. Unless this research finds me a switch. We get a tower. That's really good. Research. We don't find a switch. We can go ahead and dig a little deeper. Oh, yes. Switch. Retreat. Beautiful. Tempest Dive. Now, it would have been really nice to put the Lost City in play, so that we can just go ahead and get rid of that Zoroark forever. But, you know, it is what it is. So they're going to make do. They are going to discard a card to draw 2. They get rid of a Slowbro. Slowbro can be really dangerous. Being a single prize deck, Slowbro says you can use this attack only if your opponent has exactly 1 prize card remaining. Take 2 prizes. So if I get down to 1 prize and they get down to 4, they win by using Slowbro's attack. Now, luckily, they're switching into the Mincino. Switching back into the Miltank. They want to The reason they did the switches is because they want to draw cards when I hit them with Lucky. When I attack and KO them, Lucky Egg will draw them cards. So now I have to Primal Turbo, get some energies onto an Archeops. This is where it gets really, really dangerous. We'll have to just put it here. I can attach this DTE. Before I manually retreat, I am going to get rid of a single strike energy. See if I can find another switch. I don't. I have the attack. They got nothing for me. So that's kind of how this deck works. It's Lugia, but now with Urshifu Umbreon. Let's try another game. See if we can use Urshifu or Umbreon. That was kind of just a Lugia deck, but attacking with Archeops is always an option. It's one that people often kind of forget about. So, ooh, we get to go first. We're going to take a mulligan. So will our opponent. But they're going to see the Urshifu, though they didn't see anything about Lugia. So, interesting. Oh, we get a Lugia at the start. Now, not having an energy might seem like a bad thing. But honestly, because we can just accelerate all those energies so quickly with Archeops, it's really not that big a deal. Having all three of our draw supporters is very problematic. We'll go ahead and get rid of these. We are going to grab an Archeops. And we'll go ahead and... I should have actually just... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. No, I definitely should have gotten rid of the other single strike energy. Because then I can just earn a Vitality, get them both back in the deck, and now I don't lose them. Now I'm going to be losing the energies. Well, I'm going to lose one energy. Top decking an Ultra Ball would actually be kind of nice. Oh, they're playing Rapid Strike Urshifu. Okay, we'll show some love. That's why they went second. Okay. Rapid Strike Urshifu wants to go second so they can keep calling immediately. Fun times. Well, I can get rid of 1, 2, 3 and draw, but I just don't see a lot of cards that way. But it does allow me to keep my energy, so this is like one of those challenging moments where I can like discard up to 3 cards. I'll discard the 2. Alright, Tower. We can earn. Get those back. We can Quick Ball. I don't want to get this Crobat into play, but I kind of have no choice. Okay, here we go. Evolution Incense. We get ourselves an Archeops. I don't have a way to discard it. Unless I can find something off of this. No. We are kind of stuck. I'm just going to pull it out of the deck. A little unfortunate there. Just don't have the means of discarding. You know, it's one of the challenges of Lugia, or especially single strike Lugia, is drawing cards out of order. We drew our energies. We don't want to draw energies. We want to be able to draw Pokemon Search, which we really just didn't find. So, a little challenging. It looks like they're going to come in and just hit me with a Gale Thrust. Do a big 120. Choice Belt will make it the full 150. It's 120 because Lugia does have resistance to fighting. So, they're going to search for a trainer. Could be a Melanie for after they retreat. Oh, they... Nani? What? Are they also playing Are they gonna get a rare candy? This is so... I have to copy this person's list after this. This is so fascinating. I haven't really played much Rapid Strike Urshifu just because I've been doing so much of this. Okay, so the Gale Thrust on the Crobat being fighting weak does stink. But we'll tower away the tower. I don't want to get rid of too many urns and such. Just not finding any way of I have 4 Ultra Balls, 4 Quick Balls, and I just can't find them. So this is like what I'm talking about. We have 4 researchers, 2 Serenas, 4 Ultra Balls, 4 Quick Balls, and we're just not hitting them. It's really stinks. I am going to Marnie. Yeah. We're going to Marnie. Because worst case, I can get an attack off. Alright. We can at least set up for next turn. I don't want to do it right now. I don't think they're going to be able to KO. You know what? We're doing it. We are doing it. We're just gonna start making stuff happen. Make plays, right? Show you what the deck can do. Whether we win or lose, it doesn't really matter. I just want to show you guys how this deck operates. I'm gonna go ahead and get a double turbo energy onto the Lugia VSTAR, so now we can attack. And we'll go ahead and get some single strike energies. We're actually going to get a single strike and a V-Guard onto the other Urshifu. Now we Tempest Dive. No, I don't want to discard that. Now we can start making stuff happen. They're not one-shotting this anymore. And they don't do enough damage. Also, oh, they're going to try to rapid flow, though, my Archeops. Now, I only need 1 Archeops to make this happen. They need a quick shooting again here, which they'll be able to do next turn. So I really want to find... well, we're going to knock out this Urshifu this next turn, and then we just G-Max rapid flow... just G-Max 1 blow this thing. We'll just go here. It's Primal Turbo. Go ahead. Power this guy up. Primal Turbo. We might as well power up this Archeops so that it can take a knockout on something like an Inteleon or something if needed. And then we're going to get 3 prizes. And we are set up to take a one-shot on this, what's it called? Urshifu VMAX if they use it. So they can quick shooting here. Man, how great would a boss's orders be? And I just pull up this Urshifu and knock it out. Because Lugia will be able to knock it out. It does 220. So they'll take a prize. This is where things get really scary. If they come in with like Radiant Charizard or something. Are they going to boss up my Archeops? That's so lame. Okay. Well, we can get rid of this Urshifu. Switch is kind of nice. I say we go back into Lugia, so I can conserve my energies. Because how much damage does this? Has 190. So I don't think there's really a way that they can knock this out unless they use Radiant Charizard. Radiant Charizard will do it. But we'll go here. And now I'm going to put an Air Balloon on. Who do I want to put this on? You have a lot of energies. You're very likely to get KO'd. In case they boss it. If they attack it again, it's going to get KO'd. So the Lugia makes the most sense. We're going to Quick Ball an Archeops. I don't want to give them a 2-prizer, but being able to knock this out and then boss up that Urshifu, the other Urshifu with my Umbreon VMAX is kind of nice. But it looks like they're both prized. Oh no, one's prized. So I don't know if I want to take that chance. So I'm just going to pull the Lugia V so I can go ahead and discard it. Though Echoing Horn is always a thing. And we'll just Tempest Dive KO. I was really hoping to find like a boss, something like that. No, we don't want to discard. We get a Capture Energy. Well, I'm glad we didn't put that other Urshifu into play. The other Umbreon into play. Because that makes things really, really scary. They can get a Raihan, they can get a Melanie, they can get an Evolution Incense. They got a lot of options. They can't Melanie onto a Drizzile or something, but they can Melanie onto this Urshifu. Though I don't see them taking 3 prizes. I just have too much health. So even with a Choice Belt, yeah. Even with a Choice Belt, the max, well, 150, 180. They're going to go into the Inteleon. Okay. So they're not quick shooting. Unless, yeah. What is happening? And where is our boss's orders? Is that prize 2? Quick Ball Scoop Up Net. Okay, so they're going to... I don't know where this is going. I'm not going to lie. I don't know where this is going. I'm so fascinated by this list. And it's a little unfortunate that we just can't find a gusting option. We had to get rid of both of them. One got discarded and the other we had to use. Really stinks. So now we're just kind of reliant on our boss, but we can thin out the deck pretty heavily. Here comes Radiant Charizard. They attach... Scoop Up Net, the Inteleon, bring up the Charizard attack. Yeah, I have to win this next turn. If I don't, they just go boss the Archeops win. We get an Urn. All right, I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna Evolution Incense. Right? Do I have a boss in the deck? I do. I have like 8 cards and 2 Pokemon. So we're gonna pull it. We're gonna Quick Ball here. Get the Umbreon. We're gonna it doesn't really matter. We can Quick Ball the Marnie. Get the Pumpkaboo. I can Ultra Ball the Pumpkaboo and the... Okay. Primal Turbo. We'll attach it here. And this is what it comes down to. I got 4 cards in deck. I'm going to be able to draw 2 of them. Do I find the boss? Yes! I do! Yes! Well played indeed. G-Max 1 blow for the game. Yes!
No,
that's what I'm
of
talking
damage.
about. That's how it's done. Oh my god. See, this is the importance of playing to your outs. I knew there was a boss in deck. We confirmed it. Thin out the deck as much as possible. Get every single card out of the deck that we can. Then go ahead and finally use the tower. Because if we just went ahead and used tower right away, the odds of us hitting boss were so small. But we whittled the deck down, pulling out the V-Star, pulling out the Pumpkaboo, the Umbreon, the Energy, every card possible we pulled out till there were only 4 remaining. We're going to draw 2 of them. There's a 50% chance we hit that boss, and we did. Oh man, that was so amazing. Love this. I love it. I love it. I love this deck. I'm having so much fun with it. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it informative, entertaining, whatever. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, maybe share this video because I'm super hype right now. Single strike never beats rapid strike, and we just oh god, Lugia makes it possible. But that's gonna do it for us today. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.